I am here with my dad, Steve Petrosito. And this is truly exciting because this is something I've been thinking about doing for a while, to have him tell his story from the aftermath and your perspective of your accident. So first of all, do you remember what happened to you?
Well, I just remember from having it told to me, mostly because I wasn't awake for a lot of the time. So that's part of the problem, is that I am depending on other folks' narratives that were going on at the time.
Yeah. So do you know what happened to you, though?
Oh, yeah, I knew what happened. So
what happened?
Well, I was in an accident. Apparently, I had something that caused me to black out while I was driving. We're not sure what that was, whether it was a cardiac dysrhythmia or if it was some other event, and lost consciousness and apparently drove the car off the road and hit a fence line, and one of the fence posts came through the window and struck me in the face, and that was what caused most of the damage, was getting hit in the face with a big 6 by 6 inch fence post.
Yeah, and then you headed headlong into a tree after that. Yeah.
Was it a tree? I didn't hear the part about a tree.
Yeah. So now that the accident was April 6th, it happened around 5 p.m. We were celebrating your grandson Luca's birthday party. It's their birthday. Yeah. And so the accident happened around 5:30, a little before that. So here we are. It's now August 11th. And where are you in terms of your recovery and things that you are continuing to heal from, or where are you with stuff?
Well, it depends on whether you ask me or ask your mother, because she'd be stating that I was needing a lot more care now than I did before. And but it's pretty much that she's given up a lot of her free time to take care of me. So I still can't drive, so she's got to drive me everywhere.
Yeah.
Because we're not sure what happened, and I'm not having any other incidences that can mimic what happened then. So
yeah,
not sure if it's something that could be ongoing or what. So that's the one caveat.
How about injuries? You suffered no injuries from the neck down, correct?
From the neck down, very little injury. I think I had a damage to one of my hands, but not much. And other than that, but all what happened was that when I apparently lost consciousness and drove off the road, I came up and hit a fence post, which was a big 6 inch by 6 inch fence post.
Right, but so the damage was mostly to the right side of your face.
Yeah.
Can you see out of that right eye? I know people have been asking some of that question.
Right now, I can't see out of the right eye. It's all blurry.
Yeah.
So they did some sort of an operation where they put a lens in the eye.
They removed your lens.
Yeah, they removed the lens. And they did not put a new one in. So that's the problem, is that everything is extremely blurry. I can see out of the right eye.
Yeah.
But I can't see anything in focus. So it's like taking a camera and taking it out of the focus. So it's very blurry.
Yeah. And so we still need an operation to replace the lens and to reduce the pressure in your eye. So that's the current prayer request, is that the pressure in your right eye can go down so you can have your lens replaced. and then you're going to get your shiny chompers back replaced. Give us a good smile. So the facial nerve was pretty much obliterated on that right side. So flare your nostrils for us. What side? There we go. But truly miraculous, Dad, that you're sitting across from me and we're having this conversation. We're here at the family lake house, and yesterday, what was the first thing you've done since a year ago? What'd you get to do yesterday?
Oh, got on the boat.
Yeah.
I wasn't driving it, but I got on it. Because you need an active driver's license, and I still don't have a driver's license because they pretty much took that away from me. But I can ride on it.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah. How's your memory?
Well, my memory is the biggest thing that's a challenge, because short-term memory, we actually had it measured, and I can remember stuff for about 2 seconds. So I have you give me a whole string of words, and I'll hold them in my memory for about 2 seconds, 2 to 4 seconds. After that, they just disappear. So it's not like I never even heard it before. So that's been the biggest challenge, is just short-term memory is pretty much obliterated. And which is good, because I can't remember almost anything of the accident.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures because you were very good at documenting stuff. And it's like, oh man, I was really messed up. I mean, I didn't even look like a human in some of those pictures. But it's you know, if you're going, I don't know how fast I was going toward the end.
55, they say.
I was going 55 when I hit the fence, and the fence post just came like a sphere right through the windshield.
Yeah.
And it was like a missile coming through the windshield, and there was like a hole about that big around where the fence post.
And you know that because you've seen the photos.
Because I've seen the photos, because you took all these pictures, and so I had a lot of photos to go off of, and so it's like, oh man. But some of those pictures, I didn't even look like a human. I mean, the early photos that you took, I was all messed up. So, damage to my face and all sorts of things.
What's something that you want to tell all the people that were praying for you?
Well, I wanted to thank everyone, because really, I was essentially told by surgeons and physicians who were in charge of the case that they didn't think that I was likely to make it, and so all the thank you everybody for the prayers. They did work, because I came through, and you know, if it's just short-term memory that I've got difficulty with, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah,
we'll take it. Thanks for answering my questions, Dad. And I know everybody's excited to see you and see Mr. Steve, the Miracle Man. You know. And
thank you everyone for praying, because the prayers do work. Because you know I have physical therapy, occupational therapy, and some other therapy. I can't remember. Speech therapy. And they're all astonished at how many advances I've made. So that's good. Memory is, you know, the least of the problems, because I probably don't want to remember a lot of that stuff. But it's been good recovery, and thank you everybody for praying. I appreciate that, because prayer does work. And
what would you tell somebody who's going through a really hard time right now, or they're seeing a loved one go through a really hard time?
Yeah, well, it would be very difficult. You know, you probably need to get your mom in on this, so she could give some of the insights, but. For me, it's like, oh, it's not been too difficult for me. But she's done most of the work, so that's been
It's
good.
hard for the people that are in the waiting.
Yeah.
but you are sitting here on the other side of this camera as a testament to answered prayer.
Amen to that.
Amen. All right. Well, let's end with a thumbs up because that was your first sign of communication to us. So give everybody a 2 thumbs up. All right. Thank you, Dad.
Thanks, Johnny.